Dr. Liat Granick, and I'm a psychologist working at McMaster University in Canada. After losing my mother to breast cancer, I turned my attention to studying grief and loss. In addition to doing research on families living with cancer, I've also written about grief for academic audiences and the public, and have organized meetings across Canada and the United States on grief and loss. Today, I want to talk to you about some of the things I've learned about coping with grief. The first is becoming more comfortable with death. Perhaps the most important thing you can do in coping with grief is to recognize and acknowledge your own mortality. In the Buddhist tradition, death is always close at hand and is continually part of one's awareness. Becoming comfortable with death will look different for everyone. Some people practice a Buddhist death meditation where they imagine leaving their bodies and seeing themselves disappear from the earth. Orthodox Jewish people say a prayer each morning thanking God for giving them back their soul for another day. This practice of gratitude is a lifetime reminder that death is imminent and that we must be grateful for each day we have been given. The second point is that there is no right or wrong way to grieve. Grief is as unique and as diverse as the types of relationships mourners had with the people they have lost. There is no such thing as typical grief. All grief, like all love, is highly subjective, and all of it is normal. Accepting grief as part of life, as part of your life and the lives of others, is also important. Grief is normal, natural, and expected. Even though it is painful, it is not to be fixed, eradicated, or medicated away. It's to be experienced. Trust the process and remember that grief is an unexpected, long, and unpredictable process, and that all of it is okay. There are no predictable phases or stages, and whether you or someone you know is grieving any kind of loss, recognize that it can take years to feel okay again, and that there will be ups and downs in the process. All of this is simply grief. If you are grieving, you can create new rituals to commemorate your losses. This might include creating shrines or ceremonies to remember the deceased, planning a memorial service for them, or putting together a scrapbook. Get physical and take care of yourself. The mind-body connection has been amply researched. Physical practices like meditation, deep breathing, shiatsu, acupuncture, steam room, sauna, physical exercise, eating healthy foods, and getting enough sleep can help you cope with the pain of grief. Natural therapies like Bach flower remedies, such as Rescue Remedy, help deal with difficult emotions naturally. Lastly, be patient in accepting. Grief takes a very long time to recover from, and that is completely normal. In all my years working with terminally ill patients and researching the topic of grief, I have never met anyone who came through a major loss in less than 6 months. If you are grieving or know someone who is, be patient with the process. It will take a long time. It will take a lot longer than what this culture will have you believe, but it will eventually become easier to deal with. Taking the time to grieve instead of rushing through it or pretending that you are over it can potentially lead to growth, new perspectives, wisdom, and a greater capacity for feeling.
Yo, sometimes I just gotta cry, and let it go. This feeling inside. Yo, sometimes I just gotta cry, and let it go. This feeling inside. I came to the States at the age of 14 with a brand new hope and a brand new dream, a brand new home and a brand new scene, but never once forgot about my fam in Philippines. Excelled in school, excelled in my dreams. It would have been nice to excel as a team, cause family is blood and it's thicker than water. Request us a tribe like Midnight Marauders. Mama did it all by herself without father, and even without him it's still